Imagine that you're dead. Now that you've reflected upon your past life.
It's you!
When I was in 7th grade, there was one question that bothered me the entire year. This question it definitely made me feel a little bit down at times. It made me feel very existential as how old are you in 7th grade? Like a 12-year-old. And that question was, what is the point of life if we're all going to die anyways? 7th grade me, and maybe some of you as well, if you're thinking about the question of this video, maybe thinking this statement, we're all going to be gone anyway, so life is meaningless. However, I'm going to rephrase that statement. Because we're all going to be gone anyway, that is what makes life worth living. I talked to a friend about this a few years ago actually, and he told me that he strongly believed that death does not bring meaning to life, or the fact that our time is limited on this earth does not make life more meaningful. And I feel like that's a really complicated topic that is up for debate. From my perspective, since everything ultimately passes anyway, we can therefore shape our perspective on this and our mindset to see things as even more valuable and even more priceless, because they will be gone someday. For instance, the time that we spend with our family, with our parents, with friends, with people that we love and trust, that time is limited and we do not have forever with them. And because each moment is so fleeting, we should try to derive and appreciate and feel all of the meaning and the love and the value of that moment while it is happening in the present, before it is gone. Life is about the good parts, the wins, the successes, the joy, the connection, the peace and happiness. But life is equally also about the low parts, the struggles, the suffering, the pain, the hopelessness, the grief, because all of that together is what makes up the dichotomy and the whole experience of life. My dog is sleeping right in front of me. He's so cute. I feel like from the depths of our pain and our suffering is where we can grow and create and find the most beauty, the most lessons learned, the most joy, the most fulfillment. It's not just a dichotomy of what is good and happy and what is bad and painful. You cannot experience the fullness and the complexity of happiness if you don't experience the fullness and complexity of struggles and pain. All of these experiences make you who you are, and they play a role in helping you grow into who you are, because ultimately our goal in life is to become who we already are, I guess. So what I've shared is that the temporary nature of life makes these moments more valuable, but you can frame it in the opposite way, I guess. As I actually had in my last video, one act of kindness is everything, but one embarrassing moment is nothing. The value of the temporary nature of life is only shaped by your own perspective and your own mindset as to what the temporary nature actually says about life itself. So life itself is a paradox, right? Life is so meaningful and valuable and beautiful and precious, partially because it is temporary. At the same time, maybe specific experiences like an act of embarrassment is nothing, does not matter. It holds no significance because it is temporary. Maybe shaping these temporary experiences based on which perspective may benefit your mind and lead to the most good and kindness in the world, maybe that is the goal. It's about optimistic nihilism, in which maybe we believe that there is no inherent meaning in life, but we create our own meaning. Personally, if you're interested in my answer to that question of is there inherent meaning to life, I would say yes and no, as in I think the inherent meaning of life is just love, and that's literally it. It's just that simple. Love is the meaning of life, and everything else stems from love. However, we can define many things to be the meaning of our lives or to be meaningful to our lives. And that is all up to interpretation. Love could be the universe. Love could be a God that you believe in. Love could be nature. I feel like love could be what you believe we're recycled back into when we pass. So maybe we are not temporary. Maybe we are just recycled back into the universe. I guess one last thing I want to say is that I just want to share my own experience in case someone takes something out of it. In high school, I was always super focused on pursuing my passions, super future oriented. I wanted to do something big with my life. I feel like I was always reaching for something more. I needed more meaning, to find that thing I could not reach, and to feel like I was fulfilling some abstract purpose of mine. What I learned was that I was completely wrong, and that what I was looking for, some hypothetical meaning in the pursuit of my passions, that was not what life was about. I was looking at life the wrong way, basically. Of course, passion and doing things you love and working on meaningful and impactful things, that's a really big and meaningful part of life. But I saw it as the meaning of life. The meaning of life is not passion, rather it is people. And what I realized is that what I was looking for, that thing I was trying to search for to complete me, was right in front of me all along. And it was my family. That sounds like really cliche, but kind of at the end of that phase of my life and at the end of that journey, I realized that that was what my soul had been searching for all along. I mean, people as in not just the people around you, but yourself. Maybe I was looking for myself. Maybe I was trying to tell myself that I was already complete and that I had people that I loved. Reaching for something else and trying to fly higher, you would only get lost and lose track of what matters most. One more thing, a quick philosophical thing I've heard, as in like a quick piece of advice. I forgot what book this was from. I don't really keep track of specific names or theories in philosophy. Imagine that you're dead, that you have already passed away. Now look back on your life, the life you have lived. Now that you've reflected upon your past life, what would you do different? What are some regrets from that past life? What are things you would change? And now, as you have a second chance to be alive again, I guess, what would you change about this new life? This second life? Oh my goodness, my dog is so funny. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this super philosophical and serious and like deep video. I don't know, okay. I don't know. Yeah, just a reminder to be kind to yourself. We are paving our own roads as we walk down it. No one knows exactly what their destination is in life, and the joy and the meaning is found in the experience of finding out along the way. So don't put pressure on yourself if you have not figured things out yet, because everyone is figuring things out one day at a time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you guys took something from this video. Bye everyone!